What is up, y'all? It's CJ Moto. I'm back out here in the country. I found another new spot. Hopefully we have like zero interference and stuff like that. Let's get out here and see what kind of range we can get today on this DJI Mavic Air 2.
The home point has been updated.
In the air, folks.
Please check it on the map.
And we're gonna do the perfect 20-mile-per-hour flight today. And it is gonna be absolutely beautiful out. So right now we are doing 14, 15, 16, 17, 20 miles per hour, folks. It's as fast as I am gonna go. I'm gonna keep it right around 20. And it is gorgeous out. I'm running the ND16 filter because I have the sun coming right towards me. And I'm really hoping that we can get an amazing flight in today, folks. We're at 96% battery. These batteries are nice and new. Check my home point. My home point is updated. And I am off. We are at 1,600 feet. And we're doing 18.9, 19, 20, 21 miles an hour. And somebody told me that a really cool thing you can do here. Check this out. You can actually hold down on this. Wait, let me see if I can show you. And I can actually move my gimbal all around. And I can look around while I'm still heading exactly where I want to go. And look at this. We can even see... Hang on. I got to figure out how to avoid... There we go. We can actually get over here. And I think... Let's see what we can see. There it is. Look at that, folks. There's our propeller. There's our Mavic Air 2 and our propeller right there. Now let's bring it... Let's bring it over to the other side. It's so cool. You can look around with this thing and zoom in and everything. And we're not actually changing our heading at all. We're just looking at where we're going, which is super cool. Let's go all the way up. Look at that view, folks. That is so cool. Thank you so much for telling me that. It's so neat when you learn new things. Now we just got to bring it back over. And we can go up and down and left and right just by using my finger on there. So now we are back. It's kind of hard to get it back zeroed. Let's try to get it. That was a little scary. Hold your finger down. There we go. And to recenter it, you can always double tap your function button and then double tap it again, and it'll recenter that part, but it still won't recenter your left to right. You have to do that manually. And there we are, back to zero, folks. So we're at 4,500 feet away, and we have perfect reception, everybody. So that is just awesome. But how cool is that? We figured out that we can pan basically up and down using our little dial there, but we can also pan the camera without even having to look, which is just so neat. If you need to look at something, be like, oh, what's down there? And I'm sure you could adjust your gimbal speed and get it to look around quicker for you too. That is just awesome. That is so beautiful out here. You could just really get a lot more good looking around while you're flying. It's like you can almost look back at yourself. Like, how cool would this be for a dang... I mean, that's the coolest thing ever for a thumbnail right there. Let's get the whole bottom of that leg in there. Ha! That is so cool. Now if I click on it again, that is so neat. You can see there, you can see it stabilizing itself. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to straight heading. And it'll move pretty fast actually too if you just keep dragging it across. Now we're at 9 degrees. Bring it back. Try to get zero. I got to figure out how exactly to recenter it. I haven't figured that part out yet. I would think there would be a way to recenter it, but let's pay attention to where we're going now. Dang, that thing doesn't want to come back to zero. There we go. That'll work. So right now we're at 181 feet altitude. I'm going to take it up a little higher. I'm at 85% battery and I'm doing 20 miles an hour, and my distance is 7,000 feet right now. 84% battery. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day outside. Oh my gosh. Let's flip myself into camera mode. Like I said, I'm using that ND16 filter. It is just beautiful out. Oh my gosh. Let's look over here a little bit. See if I can get another good picture or two. I want to get a picture of my prop in the air. How cool would that be? Let's bring it down a little bit. Snap a shot. Ha! Let's get into smart photo mode. Awesome, folks. So neat. Ha! That's the neatest thing. Just, it's cool learning new things like that. We're at 9,000 feet, 82% battery. There we go. We're leveled back out. Oh, my finger is getting tired once again, folks. We're at 20 miles an hour in normal flight mode. And we are trucking along 9,000 feet, and it is basically all freaking water out here, which is kind of worrisome for sure. But our latency is perfect. We're at 10,000 feet. We get a little more altitude. We have like no wind right now, which is perfect. Let's look at our times here. So we've got 10 minutes until it returns to home, and it's saying 23 minutes until we're completely depleted. And we're just keeping it right around 20 miles an hour right now. 21, 22 miles an hour. See if I can get some more good pictures here. Just gives you so much freedom not having to move the whole thing around. That's beautiful. I really like getting that in there with the Mavic Air thing on it. That's so cool. Get one like that. Get one up even higher. See if we can get the whole Mavic Air in there. Very neat. Just wish I could figure out how to recenter that part, because if you hit recenter here, it takes you down. There we go. Brought us back to negative 0.3. There it is right there. So we are currently looking at 76% battery. Our signal's a little bit weak, but we're looking good. 13,000 feet. I went a little faster than I want to, so let's bring it back down. 21 miles an hour. 13,000 feet. Let's take it up to a higher altitude, see if we can get some more signal back. 350, 60, 70, 396 feet. Maximum altitude reached for that. And we're still having great latency here. And I'm at 74% battery. We have perfect wind speed. No headwind, no tailwind, just a nice day for this right now, folks. And we're at 21, I'm gonna bring it down. 20 miles an hour is what I'm gonna try to set my sights for here. Let's go back into video mode. This is all a screen recording directly to my phone, so you're getting the exact latency. 3, 2, 1 down, 3, 2, 1 up. Instantaneous, folks. 72% battery. We're already at 15,000 feet. We're gonna keep on trucking along here. 6 minutes until return to home. Awesome flight right now, guys. Everything is going just flawlessly. Oh man, it's so when you go out flying, if you're in Louisiana or something, I have noticed, make sure that if the sun's just beating down on your electronic device, it's going to heat things up, and just keep that in mind. So let's see here. We're still good. I kind of turned a little. Let's see. Let's turn this way. There we go. Now we're heading directly away. Let's go to my map real quick. We want to look at a straight shot. We're trying to maintain a straight shot here. That's pretty good. Right about like that. Perfect. And we're at 17,000 feet, 69% battery, 20 miles an hour. Looking great. Latency's still perfect. And I am at 17,000 feet, folks. 18,000 feet. There's a little tower right there. Hopefully that doesn't mess with my interference or my reception. We should be good though. I don't think we're gonna hit it. I'm starting to lose a little bit of signal. It probably has something to do with that tower, if I had to guess. But now we lost signal. Okay, that's surprising. Signal lost.
Go home.
I'm canceling return to home. I'm gonna see what happens here. We're at 380 feet away. Let's go in here and turn our latency down. Let's stop for just a minute. I'm gonna turn my transmission signal down to smooth and see if that helps out at all. Did that help at all? Let's see. So I'm getting turning of the aircraft. Okay, there we go.
Battery level is low.
Cancel
The
the
aircraft
return
will
to
go to
home.
the home point in 10 seconds.
I'm gonna bring my altitude down a little. And we lost signal again, folks. So let's go ahead and return to home. And we're gonna go ahead and see that she returns home. It looks like we only got out to about 18,000 feet that flight. All right, we're back now, 62% battery. We're gonna go ahead and just let it return, folks. So I think we got 18,000 that flight, but we got to do some really cool stuff. We got to mess with the looking around function. Try to get some more good shots. So if you're on your way home and you wanna get some good pictures, this is the route to do it. Just beautiful. I just think that's the coolest thing right there. Right about like there. Snag a shot. Go up a little. Try to get the whole propeller. And you can go up all the way like that. Isn't that cool? You even got the aircraft in it. Coolest thing ever. Bring it back over and we can just look around. So yeah, you're not going to get maximum range out of every flight, guys, and just trust the thing and enjoy yourself. So that was like a 20,000. Kind of surprised that it died out on me, that it lost reception, but it happens. I mean, that's still far out there. We were at close to 4 miles or farther, and I'm getting some really cool shots. If we wanted to, we could even take a little video like that. Let's try a little video in 4K. Let's do just regular old 4K wide, and we'll see if I can even get that onto my phone. Let's do this. Start the video, and we can look around, folks. That is so neat. That is awesome. Look down, look wherever with it. Get a nice little 20-second 4K video. Just sweet. That is so freaking cool. Awesome. Now let's try to recenter it. Double tap. Takes them back to 0 and 0. and takes me back up to -1. So yeah, real close to centered right there. So that's perfect. It does recenter you right like that. And we're at 12,000 feet away, 50% battery. We should be solid here. I can lose some altitude and we can get some more good shots. Like I said, I'm running that ND filter. We can go in here to our exposure value. Oh, okay, it's in Spark mode, so it doesn't want me to adjust the exposure value at all. Go ahead and bring our altitude down a little. Beautiful day flight. Advanced settings, we'll call this, because I mean, this is some stuff. So you just hold your finger down in the center of your screen, and you can look around and get that perfect shot, folks. We got the train coming. I have never known that you could do that, guys. That is just so neat. You could get so much good footage while you're returning to home like this. And we're having a nice smooth return to home. 45% battery. Double tap. I can bring myself back up slow. Gorgeous day. That ND filter's not bad for this day right here. Let's lose some more altitude and try to get some cool pictures over here. We're at 8,000 feet away. 170 feet, 160, 150. Let's see here. Beautiful, beautiful. We're at 100 feet. Let's look around a little. Cool shot right there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right there, that's awesome. Bring it down just a little bit. I'm loving getting these pictures, folks. These are going to be awesome. We're at 37% battery. We're going to make it back easy. Nice little 20,000 foot flight. There's a pretty picture right there. Beautiful. Go ahead and recenter. Little house or something we could pan over. Oh, okay, that's an oil field thing. Another good shot. Recenter, double click the function button, and you can also change it to where it's a single click if you want to. We're at 4,000 feet, 33% battery. Let's 4,000, 3,000. Let's flip it into sport mode. And we're just gonna try to truck it back real fast here. Why not? I don't think it'll hurt nothing. It only wants to do 32 right now, 33. I don't know if we have some headwind or what. We might actually have a little bit of wind. We should be fine though. 33, 34, 80 foot altitude, 36. Let's see here. 31, 33. We must have some we must have a little bit of wind here. Probably on that water. Yeah, we're right there. We're gonna make it. Let's all right, so for experiment purposes, let's continue this flight and let's go back to our 20 miles an hour, okay? And then we will see how far. Hang on a second. So right now it's slowing me down a little bit, but we're going to continue this flight. We're going to get it up to about 20 miles an hour. I'm going to turn around real quick. I'm at 25% battery, so I'm going to see how much farther in distance I can travel. It'll tell me exactly how far we go on this flight, so we're still getting a good test here. So 20.7 miles an hour. I'm just going to keep flying around at my 20 miles an hour. I'm going to see how much
Battery
additional
level
distance.
is low. The aircraft will go
Okay,
to
we're
the
going to turn
home
around and
point
get out
in
of
10
this water
seconds.
now. Cancel that. I'm not going to let it return home just yet, but I'm going to get it out of this water for sure. We're at 23% battery, and it'll tell me in my app exactly how far I traveled on this whole flight, and as well as how long this flight is. So we'll see total travel distance. We'll divide that by 2, and that'll give us our total distance we could have traveled with perfect latency, which is in effect the max range test, assuming your latency is not going to cut out on you, which sometimes you just can't control that. So right now we are at 16, 17, 19 miles an hour, and we're still going to get some more traveling in. Let me get up on this levee. I'll fly over here. We're getting more thousands of feet in, folks. 22 miles an hour. And we're going to take it all the way down to the bitter end on this battery and see how much distance we get. So this is a perfectly clear day with basically no wind at all, folks. And we're going to see our maximum flight time. How's that sound? Maximum flight time at 22 miles an hour. I always like to get you guys a good test. Something that's worth a shit here. So I taught you how to pan your camera left to right by holding down on the center of your screen. And now we are covering how much distance can a Mavic Air 2 cover on a single charge is what we're talking about right now, folks. It's kind of cool. Snag a picture of that. And we are at 105 foot altitude. Let's raise up a little bit. Nice pretty house and some scenery. So that's just awesome. If you missed that shot, you could just hold down on the center of your screen until you get your stuff coming up, and then you can get that shot while you're still covering the same trajectory. That is just perfect, folks. That is a really cool trick. And then just hit that function button and it'll recenter you back. I wish it recentered to up first. That'd be kind of cool, but it doesn't. They might change that in the future. We're at 15% battery. We're 2,000 feet away. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to head back towards myself. 14% battery, and we'll be able to see exactly how much distance I cover on this flight. And that was just with a tad little teeny bit of sport mode flying, so that ain't bad. And then I'll also tell you my total flight time, guys. So I'll get up in the air after this flight, do a little active track, and we'll talk about what we got out of this flight, what we learned from it, and everything. So right now we're at 13% battery. Don't forget that at 10% battery, it's going to try to force you to land, but you can negate that forced landing by holding on the up stick, and I will show you guys right now. I will demonstrate how far you can make it after it forces you to land. So that's one more piece of information you're going to learn. So let's go directly away. We're going to come over me and then go the opposite direction, okay? And we will see how far can the Mavic Air 2 travel after forced landing. So let's get to a distance that is right over myself. We're still covering, okay, confirm.
Critically low battery.
So now it's forced landing. Now we're going to head out this way, and we're going to hold up on the elevator slightly until that speed equals out to 0, okay? So right now we're at 0, and we're traveling. And we are at 10% battery, so it's trying to force us to land, okay? And we're going to see here, we're going to get about 1,000 feet this direction. Okay? So let's do that. We're at 9% battery. Okay, we are going, and at the end we'll be able to look in our app and see exactly how far we traveled. I just had to kill a mosquito. Now I got to hold on that up stick again. Alright, we're at 8% battery. We went 1,300 feet. Okay, I'm going to take it about that far, 1,500 feet. Okay, so in effect, that gives you 3,000 extra feet after it forces you to land. Let's see if we make it. And it is definitely wet down here, so we have to be careful. But there's my car.
Critically
and we are
low battery.
at 7%, 6% battery. Now it's going to start reducing my ability to lift off, but it's still letting me lift up. And we're at 5% battery, and we'll get into the battery and see what our voltage is at as well. So we're gonna land it at, I don't know, 4% battery or so, something like that. And we traveled a whole additional 3,000 feet after it hit our 10%. Okay, so that's cool. Turn this off. Okay, so it's automatically forcing me to come down, and now I'm gonna land it on top of my car at 4% battery remaining. So you can expect an additional 3,000 feet, maybe 3,500 max out of this thing. So let's bring it around to me. And then let's see if we can go ahead and land it directly on top of the car. We're still able to increase our altitude. And there's the train. We're on the car. Go ahead and flip ourselves around. And there we are, folks. We have, make sure the landing area is safe. We're at 2% battery. Landing area safe. There we go, folks. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. I actually did hit the thing, and I looked at the thing, and we had just under a 10-mile flight there. So it was like, if you split it in half, it was basically 4.6. It was like 9.4 miles or something like that. So you can expect just exactly almost 4.6 miles out of this thing one way. If you get past that, then good on you. But that's about as far as you're going to be able to get from what I have found, folks. So that's just where you're at with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Right now I got it doing the active track thing, but it can still get my audio. And then if we also want to do like a point of interest, we could do that. And we could speed it up and hit go. And now it's going to kind of circle me, like, you know, just give you a little idea of what's going on out here, folks. We're just having a blast out here, and this thing's just amazing with everything it can do. If I want to slow that down a little bit, make it more cinematic, I sure can. And we can just take a walk into the sunset, folks. I appreciate y'all watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And I'm gonna get out of here and start my weekend. You guys have an awesome day. Enjoy yourselves. I love y'all. We did indeed get just about 4.6 miles out of that flight in distance traveled. I'm out of here, guys.